Okay, we'll just wait for a few minutes for, just give me.
Hey, Suren, I think you were speaking on mute. Can you unmute and talk?
Okay, I just said, I'm just setting it up in my side. Just give me a couple of minutes. We'll be ready to go.
Hi, Surinder. Good morning.
Good morning, Priyanka. So were you able to solve your issue?
Not yet. Actually, I tried with that, but still facing the same.
Okay. So for now, let's, like you can go ahead with, with other browsers and see whether it's working fine or not, because your Chrome seems to be having some problem.
Okay.
Okay. Any other having any other issues? Priyanka,
Yes, Surinder.
Priyanka, like you can do one thing.
Yeah.
You can manually close that. Okay. But after opening, you can manually close that and then
Yeah.
see whether it's going,
Yeah.
is it proceeding further. I think it should
Yes, I
proceed
tried
further.
that as well. No, I tried that as well after closing that browser. But again, if I run it, then again that same browser opens in another different tab. Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one question. Okay, we'll just look into that. We will see, because apart from that, I don't see why you're the only person who's facing the issue.
Hmm.
May I know your details about your Windows?
Okay. Yeah. Let me ping you.
Yeah, I was unable to find Windows. Uh, Deep, I think it's Deepak, right? Deepak, see, WebDriver, if it's not able to find the element, it's basically how you are writing your XPath is more, uh, that's the reason why it's not able to find the element. So I don't think so. There's any issue with the WebDriver. It's just in the way in which we write our, write our locators. That's where the problem arises. So we have to ensure that, like, there is no issues with those those XPaths or the locators which you are using. It should not have any hampering. Okay. Uh, there are no other questions. Okay, if you guys do not have any other questions, probably we can start off today's session. Okay. As I said, like we are going to cover a few more concepts in of TestNG, and then move on with the web driver. Okay. Just give me a second. Priyanka has given us system information. Priyanka, there is no firewall as such, right?
No firewall as such.
Okay. What is your Selenium version you're using?
It's 2.1 thing.
Go for 3.4.1. Don't go for 2 point
Okay.
something.
Okay. It's 2.53.1.
No. Go for 3.4.1.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, give it a shot with the latest one, okay? And also the Chrome driver should be the latest. You can get the latest version from Selenium downloads.
Okay.
Okay. Go
Okay. So
all
we'll try
latest.
after. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will try after this session. Yeah.
yeah. We will be starting with TestNG with testng.xml. So you can go ahead and then try it out. So you have to go with 3.4.0, okay? And
Okay.
then you have the Chrome driver to be 2.29, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.29. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Let us know. Okay, guys. Today, like what we are going to do, we are going to run the respective test in the test case. I'm sure that I hope that all of you are able to run the test in the test case, right? So today we are going to basically go ahead and run the test in the test case using testng.xml, like what you are seeing here. Okay, I'll ping you the URL in Slack. You guys go ahead, create an XML like what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to create an XML. Let me just send it to Slack. Okay. What I'm going to do is copy this inside our Maven project. I'm going to say new file. Okay. Test ng dot XML. And you paste the XML which you have copied from there. Okay. Of course, you have to change the class names so that we can execute the class name which we wanted to execute.
Surinder, from where you have copied this XML?
I've given the link.
Sorry, I missed that. Okay.
I've given the link in the chat window. Okay, from the I've given it in the Slack. Take it from there. Okay. Now inside the classes, you have to go to the respective package. Okay, this is our package. com.example.test is my package. Similarly, you guys would have written a package. You have to specify the package. Dot the class name. The class name here is sample Selenium test, right? So this is sample Selenium test. Okay. Now let me run this. Run as test in the suite. Just not able to find it. Okay, I don't have a test in. Just give me a second, guys. It did not run anything because it did not find any test in the test annotations. Whatever it found out was all JUnit annotations. That's the reason why it did not run for me. So I'm just changing it to respective annotation so that I would be able to run that. Okay. Right, I'll try to run again. For test sudo.xml. Yep. Okay, cool. So I was able to run the test in the test cases. So if I go to respective location, I should be able to target folder. Your output gets saved in test output, okay, folder. Inside that you have something called index.html. If you just open that, you'll get the test ng suite being run. Okay, one suite and that suit had this. This is a test in the suit which we executed. In that we had one test. Okay. In that one method got successful, and that method is test sample test Selenium ID. Okay. You're all fine. So can you guys try it out from your end? Any questions as of now, guys, or you're all good?
Yeah, Suren, can you please repeat the step, how you created, how you have inputted that when...
Anil, I'm sorry, Anil, I'm not able to hear you. Could you be louder, please?
Yeah, can you please repeat the step, like where you have created that Maven, right?
Which one?
The initial one, like we have copied that from your web and we have created
The
here.
XML?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So what we did is we copied the XML. Okay. So you remember yesterday me explaining you that the hierarchy, right? Suit, test, classes, methods, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, for this, for this class, right? We have to go to the package name form.example.test, and then go to the respective class, which has a test in the annotation to it.
Okay.
So same way, guys. Once you have done with this, just intimate me. Deepak. Guys, any issues you're facing? Yeah. Shall I move ahead?
Just a short interruption. Roshan, can you send me your email address so that I can add you into Slack?
Sure, I can.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. For people who have completed, you guys can try it out by from the command line argument. Let me just show it to you. If you open a command prompt, guys, I need you guys to be more interactive. Just let me know if you're not getting completed, so that we can go ahead, or we can just I can resolve your queries. Can I take this S and go ahead?
Suraj, if others are taking their time in executing it, can you please show me the previous your test ng script that I missed? Um, I think you were in the form XML and you did
No,
something.
no, I created a separate XML, okay, called
Okay.
testng.xml. So you can create a file by using a new file, and then you can give the .xml file there, okay. And
Okay.
inside the XML file, I gave you a link. Uh, you're not in. You're not in. I see you not in Slack yet, right? So
No, I'm waiting.
okay. So I've given you the link in the GoToMeeting chat, okay, as well. So basically, you get that link. You go to the end of it. You get your you get your XML. So you need to just copy this XML and paste it inside the testng.xml, okay. And there you have to change the class name alone, okay. So this is your package name and this is your class name. So testng understands that you have specifying testng that you have to go to this particular package name, okay. And then inside this package you go and select this particular test case, okay, which contains testng test, okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So let's move on. Whatever we did was through, like, let's try to run it through command line argument, okay. So I have reached the destination, okay. So I've gone to my destination where my where I have written the code, the particular project, and I'm going to specify this. So Java-cp, okay. My location and my testng sample, okay. Then asking testng to retrieve the data from testng.xml. So this is what I'm going to say. So I'm trying to do the same thing now. It's not working because we're running it from Maven. Once you have completed, then you can actually start with running it from the command prompt. You can do two ways. Okay, one is using Maven test. Okay, it's similar to right click, go to your run as Maven test. If you have installed the Maven plugin inside your Eclipse, you'll be able to see this Maven test. Okay, similar, the same thing would be replicated here using command line argument. Okay, if you want to do that, if first of all check whether your Maven are you able to get the Maven details using MVN version. Okay, it has to give you the respective Maven details and the Java home details as well. If you're not able to do this, then you try it out from the Eclipse. I'll explain you how to do it from the Eclipse as well. So say run configuration. You have to go to Maven build, click on new, browse the workspace and specify the workspace, current workspace you are working. Okay. The goal are nothing but test, clean, install. These are nothing but Maven goals. Okay. Right now we are focusing on test, and then you have to say -d suit XML file equal to test ng, your testng.xml file. Say apply and give it a run. You can see that testng suite is getting picked up and that testng suite is getting run. Okay. Can you guys give it a shot? It's 8:38 now, so I'll just give another 5 minutes to basically run this. So you guys have to let me know whether you're able to run it from the command and argument or not. You can specify test and then give the test name here, Deepak. MVN test, okay, and then give the test name to that. Yes, test is a mandate. You actually, it's a goal. Okay. When I say it's a goal, you have different goals in Maven. So you have, it starts with clean, which actually cleans your the whole project. Okay. Install your dependencies and run your test. Okay. If you say test, it's going to run the test. So you have to specify a test and then say test name equal to and give your test name. Uh, okay. Priyanka, Roshan, Rajiv, Anil, where are we? Do you guys need any help? Guys, uh, the allotted time is done, so just let me know. Shall we go ahead with the adding the listeners and all those things? Priyanka, are you able to run it in your test cases now, like after closing it?
No, Surender, I'm still not able to. I have just added the 3 point, which I downloaded it,
Okay.
but still I think same.
Go with the latest Chrome version and Chrome driver. I think you
Yeah.
won't face any issues. Just because of some differentiation, you're facing some issues.
Mm.
Roshan, were you able to resolve those issues which you faced yesterday?
Yes, I could run the JUnit test and
Okay.
with little tweaks in the location, because as you said in the email, to put it in the current location to see if the Chrome driver is there, because it was throwing an error. So I tried a different to give a path name in the set
Mm-hmm.
property, and it ran, but um, for just a second, the browser opened up and closed again. I couldn't, it was not static. It didn't show me anything, but it showed successfully run. It didn't show me anything.
Okay. The same applies, Roshan. What I told Priyanka, like ensure that you have all the latest ones with you. Okay. I
Yeah,
think Rajiv also faced similar issue. Rajiv, where your issue were getting got resolved. Rajiv. Uh, okay, Rajiv. Okay, he was able to resolve it. So could you help Roshan in this case? Okay, guys, I'm moving on with the next one. We're running out of time, so we have a lot of things to cover. So, yeah. What we are going to do is that we're going to give some beautification to our reporting by having some more listeners. Okay. A list, what do you mean by listener is um, a listener is something which is going to help us it's going to listen to whatever execution is happening right now. Okay. So we have some default listeners in TestNG, and those listeners basically give you a HTML report the way it right now it's getting generated. Okay. What we are going to do now is going to customize uh, the HTML report and try to give more report in terms of your report engine. Okay, so those two things we are going to do now. So as you see here, okay, syntax for generate report is this is the syntax for generate report. Okay, so the below is the default test ng emailable report. Okay, what we are getting is emailable report. You guys can, if you have run this test case, you can very well go and see it inside the test output folder. There's something called emailable report. Index.html is what we saw. Emailable report is another thing which you can send an email to it as well. Okay, it's a static. It's not, you not have a CSS stuff to it, so that it becomes hard to actually visualize uh, the report. That's the reason why TestNG gives you two different types of reporting. One is with your graphical reporting, other one is your emailable reporting. What you right now seeing is an emailable report. Okay. So we are going to try to customize the below features in testing.xml. Okay. So we are going to we're going to go with we're going to specify that hours, minute, and seconds format. Okay. We're going to specify the browser name. Okay. Let's try to do these things. So now this is your listener. Okay. We are going to do an override here. I hope you guys understand what you mean by override. Override is basically it's going to whatever functionality was already present. We are going to basically override that particular functionality. Okay. Just copy this whole. Okay, it's not getting copied. Guys, actually, this is a little bit more complex than what I thought. So let's try to ignore this, and then we'll go with report ng itself. Okay. So you guys will be finding it more difficult to do that. So we will not spend so much of time on that. We can go with an. We can just add some listeners. Okay, which is called report ng listeners. Okay, so I'll get you the easy report ng. And also you keep it ready for your Maven dependency. Okay, we need these three jars to be added as part of our Maven for to get the report ng. Okay, so what you do is go and say Maven report ng. Okay. We can copy this from here, go to the pom.xml and paste it. You guys know how to add a dependency now. Okay. one thing you have to note down when you're adding dependency is there is something called compile dependency. Okay, so testng is already there. Okay, but we need to have a velocity so that it gets compiled. So you just go here. You can add the dependency. Okay, same way you have to check for this as well. So we need 3 jars for that. You can go and identify these: velocity, depth, report ng, and grease. These 3 jars are required as part of your report ng report. So I'm going to add those 3 jars. Dependencies have been set. My code is compiling. So I've set all the dependencies. So I have set even velocity is not required basically, but you have report ng, you have velocity, depth, you have UEs. So these 3 jars are important, and I've taken these 3 jars from Maven dependency, have added to our form. Okay, so once this is added, to go back to testengine.xml and add the respective listeners. So in the testengine.xml, add these listeners. Okay, I'm giving you this link, sharing this link with you guys. The remaining is the same. So just go and execute it, the test.xml suite. Okay, so it ran. Now let me go to the test.2 folder. There is something called HTML. Inside that HTML, you have this index.html. Now this is your testng report ng XML HTML. So it's more good to see. Okay. You guys giving it a try? Okay. I think people who are trying, go ahead and try, and people who are just stuck up, just unmute yourself, and we can have a chat, and we can try to resolve those issues. So we will take another 5 minutes for trying this out, and another 5 minutes for a break, and we will just sync back again on 9:10. Okay. So let me know people who are stuck up somewhere, and unmute yourself and ask questions. If you guys have done this, take the screenshot, send it in our Slack channel. You can see those dependents name here itself. Deepak, you can actually see those things here. Yeah, these are two: report ng, GUIs, and velocity tab. Okay, it's 9:10, guys. So how many of you have completed this? Um, okay. Thanks, Priyanka, for your update at least. Okay, guys, let's move on. So now I think you guys have understood like how to basically create a test ng test, how to basically run it, and what are different ways of running it from your you're running it from your Eclipse, and you're running it from your command line prompt through Maven. So you guys have tried it out, and you also saw some better reporting using report ng. If you want to have even more better reporting, I would advise you to go with extend text reporting. Okay. I'm not going to go into that, but I'll just give you the link so that you guys can go ahead and then. Similarly, you're going to add a listener, like what you did for report ng. Similarly, you'll add it, and then you get even more better reporting. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the major topic, the web driver. Okay. So today we have another 45 minutes to go. We will understand what are the APIs you have in WebDriver. Okay, we will go to each and every API and understand like what its functionality is. Okay, and then we will try some examples, and then we will wind up today. Okay, I understand that a lot of people got getting stuck somewhere. So the last 15 minutes we will work on that, and like the next half an hour we'll just please focus on the WebDriver APIs. It's very important for you guys. And the last 15 minutes we'll just focus on understanding your problem one after the other and try to resolve that. Okay, let's move on. So the WebDriver, basically, let's go to the same test case which you have created. Okay, now let's do a comparison between your Selenium Selenium IDE test cases and this, because we converted from Selenium IDE to Selenium WebDriver, so that you understand it easily, like what exactly these things are. Okay, so let's go tools Selenium IDE. I think you need not execute anything, so just you can do the same thing which I'm trying to do. Okay, these are things which are working for you. So go to File, Open, get the respective Selenium IDE. Okay, if you are in different format, go back to the HTML format and go to table. It's not open. Okay. So here we had ID equal to site name. Okay, right. So first of all, this is your base URL, and this is your open target, where actually you're going to the respective location inside the base URL. Okay. So here, if you see, the base URL is nothing but the one which you saw here. This is a base URL, and that's exactly what gets replicated here. Okay, and the test is the open command here. Instead of open command in WebDriver, it is called get. Okay, so you can say driver dot get. Okay, it returns a void statement, so you don't return any value to it. Okay, it says get. Okay, next, like if I wanted to find any element, so here I have to find an element and then perform an action. So that's what we used to do, right? ID equal to site name, we say find, and then you try to perform an action, right? That's what we did. Similarly, driver dot, so again, this driver is a class. Okay, WebDriver interface. This is WebDriver is an interface. We are implementing the WebDriver interface with Chrome driver. Okay, I hope you understand what is the interface and what is the difference between interface and class. Interfaces consist of collection of abstract methods. When I say abstract methods, it's like you don't have a definition of it. Okay, you cannot do WebDriver driver equal to new WebDriver. If you do that, what happens? You have to implement all the WebDriver actions which are common. Okay, so instead of that, you have to go and specify which has already been implemented, like Firefox driver, Chrome driver, IE driver, Safari driver, etc. So they actually implement the WebDriver interface. Okay. So we have done that. So with that, we say with that, in that particular driver instance, find an element by. By is a representation. Okay, like the locator strategy has been specified in the WebDriver using a by statement. Okay, by dot id linked. Okay, then you give the id name. So similar to what we did here. Okay, and then perform the action dot click. You can have actions like click actions, okay, send keys action, where actually you can type the value to it. Okay, submit, again trying to do it with a button. If it's a button, you can go for submit. Okay, so if you, and then you can also find out sorry, you can go for other things like get attribute, okay, get class name, get css value, get location. So this is again, it's going to give you a xy point. Okay, you have get rectangle. Okay, again rectangle is your, in case if it's your square shape, like let me run this so that I can explain to you. So this is the element, right? This is the element ID equal to site name, right? So if this is an element, the boxes which actually gets represented. Let's do this. Okay. This one. Okay, you're getting that box getting highlighted, right? The yellow color. Okay, that is nothing but your rectangle. Okay. Dimensions. So with the same, you can get the height and width of a web element using once you found out the web element. So this driver.find element is going to give you a web element, return a type of web element. Okay. So instead of doing this, I can do this way as well. Say web element. So web element is my class. Say this is a sample element equal to driver.find element by ID site name. Say site name. This is going to give me a web element. Okay. Then say sample element dot click. Okay, it's going to give me a click operation on that particular element. So this is how you have to understand the statement. Any questions as of now, guys? Are you able to follow me what I'm saying? Okay, thanks Priyanka. What about others? Okay, thanks Deepak. Okay, cool. Thank you, Anil. Okay, thanks, Rosh. So basically, so again, going through again our IDE and WebDriver, it's all similar. Okay, it's just that your representation and calling of APIs are different. Okay, so these are called internal APIs like driver.find element. Okay, if I wanted to have multiple elements, like when you end up with multiple elements, like when I say multiple elements is when I have two text boxes. Okay, so let's take an example. In this case, how many input boxes are present? Let's make it interactive. How many input boxes are present here? When I say input box is where I can type my any value. It could be text, it could be integer. How many are there? 3. Okay. Is Priyanka right? Okay. Deepak also says 3. Roshan says 3. Good. Good. So you all got it, right? So if I wanted to say, I wanted to get all the inputs or all my links in the particular web page, then I go for driver dot find elements. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, here in this, once you click the input forms, you end up with the simple form demo, right? Inside this, let's try it out. Driver dot find elements. Okay, by. Okay. Now, if I don't know any uniqueness, then I wanted to get all the inputs here. Okay. So what I say is by tag name, right? Tag name input. Okay. Dot size. Let me see what is it. Int inputs equal to. Okay. Now what? I'm asking the web driver to give me the number of inputs present in the web page. Okay. So now you go ahead and say number of inputs present are inputs. Okay, let's try to run this. It's too slow in loading. You get here number of inputs passed present are 3. Okay. So now you guys understood how find elements work, right? Let's try to do the same thing. Okay. Now you guys tell me. So we have the same piece. You have 3 inputs. When I say driver dot find element by tag name input, which one is going to be the first input? Where it's going to give the value? Say this is my first, this is my second, this is my third, right? So if I just say driver dot find element by tag name input dot send keys sample. Where is it going to type this message? Okay, Deepak says enter message box. Priyanka says enter message box. Enter message box. So you mean to say, yeah, this one, right?
Yeah, this one.
Correct. Good. So because you always goes with the first one. When I say find element, It's going to be the first one. That's the intention. That's the reason why I asked this question. Okay. It's always going to be the find one, first one when you say find element. Okay. Now let me do this. By XPath, now where it is going to give me?
All three.
All three? Okay. Priyanka says all three. Will get error. Okay. Why, Anil? What error we will get? You have any idea?
Not able to find a specific element where to enter. Might
Okay. Okay. Anyone? Any other answer? Anyone else? No issues. So it'll again do the same thing. It'll go and do it the action on the first element. Okay. Because it don't give you any error on it. Okay. Selenium understands such a way that it will go and perform whatever comes first. It's going to perform on that particular first element. Okay. If you have if you have similar elements or same XPath mapping with 4 or 5 elements, still it will perform the action on the first element. Okay. So now when I go and say of 1, what type of XPath is this? Anyone? What type of XPath is this?
Go to the input box, having first input box,
Right, but
having
there is
one value.
it's the second input box. If you go to second input box, that's fine. But what type of XPath is this? We saw a lot of different types of XPaths, right?
That's a tag name. Tag is input and the value one something.
That's right.
But
It's not value 1, Priyanka. It basically goes to the first of so it goes with 0, 1 and 2. Okay. So let's try it out. Let's try the same XPath. Okay. In our ID. We have our ID. So path for 2 input. So we'll try this. Let's see what happens. It goes to the first one, right? The first one, what I told was right. So let's go say input of 1. Okay, it's going to the first one again. Okay, but this type of XPath is it an absolute XPath? Is it a position XPath? Is it a relative XPath? What it is? Relative. Okay. So everybody agree to that? Relative. Mm-hmm. Okay. What if I say it's a positional XPath? Am I wrong? Am I right? Rajiv says it's positional. So is it positional or is it okay? Deepak has moved from relative to positional. Okay. Rajiv, Deepak, why do you think it's positional?
maybe that's why, because you are sending the means you are providing the value as 1. If you say 2, then it will go to the second input box. So actually we
Right.
are providing the
Correct.
function.
Right. Exactly. Good. Exactly. I'm happy, guys. Good. I think you got the XPath differentiations, okay, and you now understand what actual the representation of when you go through a particular test, you guys are able to be able to understand, which is very good. I'm happy about that. So now you also found out that now, like, instead of me running the whole script, what I'm doing is I went to the Selenium IDE and I verified it, right? So many people do not do this. They go and they understand that when there comes to especially with the complex applications, what they do is they basically go to that they make the changes in the XPath. They don't go back to ID and verify it. What they do is they just go and run it again. There's no point in it. First, you have to identify whatever XPath you've written. You have to ensure it. If you're not 100% sure, it's going to work out. For that, use this IDE. Okay, make this use of IDE. If you find people doing the other way, tell them and guide them. Like, hey, you know what, you can do it. You can be sure that the XPath is right, and then you can give it a shot. Okay, this is positional. Let's try to do it with relative. Okay. We have a form. Inside the form, we have a div. Okay, and then you have a input box in it. So let me say get input. Okay, slash div. Okay, is this right? Let me. Priyanka says it's right. You all agree with Priyanka? Is this right? Can we give it a try? This should be in form place. Okay. Why is that so, Roshan? Just think about it. We get it as the form has the ID, not the div. Okay. So we are verifying the ID. Okay. So it goes to the form, and then it goes to div, and then it goes to input. The sequence. Okay. Can you guys try and let me know about enter value A? Give a honest try. Whoever types me first here, I'll try that the same in Selenium ID. In fact, we can run the script. I want a relative XPath for entering the value in A, entering the value in B. Relative XPath for enter A and enter B.
Just need a time. Actually, I haven't opened the ID. I was actually seeing on your screen only. Sorry.
Okay,
One
okay.
minute. Sorry.
Keep your tools ready, guys, so that it'll be easy for you guys.
Sorry.
Deepak, Anil, Rajiv, Roshan. Let me help you guys out. So we have something called form ID equal to get total. Okay. And you have a div here. And inside the div, there's an input.
Right.
So it's almost the same,
Yes.
right?
Yes. In this, the ID will be get total.
Hmm. Good. So
Then
you got
div
the
and
A
then
value.
input. Yeah.
Can somebody type in the chat window or in the yeah, in the Slack?
Okay.
Okay, great. So Priyanka has given me the okay the A value. What about B? You guys agree with what Priyanka given? It's working, Priyanka. You're right. Let's try to give the same XPath here. Just take out this XPath equal to, okay, because you're giving by XPath already, so you have to just take out XPath equal to, okay, and then
Right.
it is basically an integer you what is required, so I'd say 30, okay, so it will go and type 30 inside that particular input. Good. What about B? It says in the same form there is another form called div, and both the divs have the same class. How would you differentiate?
I will go to first div, then I will select second div of that input. Means
So how would you do that? Through XPath.
yes. Yes.
Guys, you have to try. Until you guys try it, it won't work out. Whatever we are using is a very basic and it has all the IDs, so it's easy for you. But if you go to complex applications, it's going to be difficult.
Surendra, just one thing, like it's ID same get total, but it is the input of second div. So in this, if we write the X part, so like if I have to select the second div, then I have to mention div slash div or link to select div two.
Good question. Anybody like to answer that? Is it going to be div slash div or it's going to be div of 2? Priyanka, let you know the answer. I just want some participants. Guys, if you're finding it difficult to type, just you can unmute yourself and also answer this. Okay, nobody's answering. So I'll answer to you your question, Priyanka. It's going to be, you cannot have div of div inside div. This is not going to work out. The reason I'm saying is both are in the same level. You can see here, right?
Right,
It's
right.
the div is not inside another div. You're getting it?
Yes.
So it's going to be div of 2,
Right.
div of
Okay.
1,
Got
div
it.
of 2,
Div of two.
right?
Okay. Right. Okay, we write in square brackets too. Okay.
Yes, we have to write it in square brackets.
Okay. Got it.
Got it?
Div two. Right, right. Thank you. Got it.
There is another way also. Can anybody think about it? Considering this application, there is another way. Of course, you can go with ID, but with XPathing, you have another way. Is basically you have this input 2 with an ID also, right? So what you can do is, you're getting it? Inside the form, there is an ID with input, with ID with sum 2 as, like web element with ID as sum 2. That's what we are representing here. Okay. So let's try it out in our code. So once again, I say driver.find element by XPath to remove this XPath equal to div of 2 and input dot send keys and say 60, 50. Okay. Okay. Now what happens? Now what you have to do? Now we have to find out these. You have to click on the button and find out the total. So say get total, right? Now tell me, anybody here for this XPath? There are two different ways we can get the XPath of it.
One is by ID.
There is no ID here for button.
Oh, sorry. First we select ID get total slash button.
ID?
Let me ping you.
Yeah, sure. conference. I don't see anybody trying it. Are you guys trying it out from your place? Okay, good. People are trying it out from their places. Good. Let me do the same thing. We have the same form. The button is also inside the form. So let's say
Yes.
dash button,
Yes.
right? I'm able to
Right.
get it because it's inside the form, right? That's one way
Right.
of doing it. Let's
And one
use
would
the
be the
other way.
other by type
Sorry?
button. Okay, right. No, no, sorry, it's okay.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, Priyanka. Like what you can specify what you feel. You can say button and say contains at the rate so text. Oh no, I won't get at the rate there. It will be only text. Text get total.
Hmm.
We can also take by class
Right.
also, right?
Contains.
Sorry,
We can also take
I
by
didn't get
class in the class. We
class.
can use
Yes, you
the
can go with the class. Yes, Anil, you can go with the class. You know why I went with this?
okay.
The reason is you might have another button here, just in case. If you have another button here, okay, the class name would again be unique, but not unique. It will be same, right? Because they have to maintain the classes, right? So
Yeah.
in that case, it will be very difficult. So again, or the first one, when I say form ID slash button, if there is another button, again, there is another problem. It will go and click on the first button. So whereas when you go for contains get total, so with text as well get total, the button text are different. So we can go with that and then get that total. Okay. Now let's try. Let's go and say driver dot find element by path dot. What should be coming? What is the operation I have to perform? Guys, what operation I need to perform to get the to
Click.
yeah. Shall we run it and see whether it's working fine? It worked for us. It did not give us any errors, right? Okay. So you guys are, I think we will wind up today, because we have a lot of issues with being faced by a lot of people. But you guys need to tell me, like, I hope you guys are able to understand the conversion. You guys are able to read a WebDriver script, right? going forward, we will go and start doing things by ourselves in WebDriver. Okay, so I hope you guys would be able to try it out. So what I expect from you guys is to go and do home is try to replicate what we did. Go and find the element. Okay, give enter a value of A, enter the value of B, and click on total and ensure assert the value as 80 as the text displayed. Okay, you can use the report engine listener to do the same and get the report out of it. So this is the exercise for you guys this week. Okay, so let me slack it as well. Exercise add two numbers and get total and assert the total. With test engine and reported with report engine. Okay. Okay guys, thank you very much. I think we are done for this session. So now it's time for people to basically go ahead with one after the other. Before that, Anthony, I'm stopping my recording. Is it fine? Anthony, you there? Okay. Guys, thanks again for all people who have done it. You can leave. For others, basically you can wait and we can try to yeah, we will try to resolve your issues. Have a good Sunday. Okay, I think we can go one after the other. Anybody like to go start first?
So in that I'm facing the same problem, but yes, I have to try with the solution which you said, that uh, by adding, oh sorry, by using updated Chrome, Google Chrome.
Right, I think that will resolve your issue, Priyanka. I'm pretty sure about that. Go with
Yeah,
3.4.0
Chrome driver, sorry, yeah.
and Chrome driver to be 2.29.
Okay.
You can right away try that out and then let me know. Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Rosh.
Surendra, I have a problem. You asked us to download for the report ng. You asked us to download report ng and velocity jars and juice jar. I could download the juice jar, but I couldn't download when I clicked on.
Don't download the jar. Roshan, don't download the jar because we are going through Maven, right? So you just need to specify those dependencies in the form.xml. That's sufficient. The Maven will take care of downloading the jar.
Okay, in the form XML, okay, form XML of the.
Yeah, yeah. You can basically give this dependency. I'll send it to Slack. Okay, you can try this out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Any other? You can type to Slack. No problem, Priyanka. Have a good Sunday. Good question, Deepak. Submit is basically, like click is an operation basically you try to do with your links. Okay. It's basically the event types is the differentiation. Okay. For how you are basically trying to on which event you are triggering the internal functionality. That's what differentiates between the submit and click. Okay. Certain buttons are basically go with submit. Certain buttons will go with click. Okay, that's why the difference comes into picture. It's like you click double clicking on it, and then you sometimes you do an enter. It still enters, right? It depends on how you are writing your how the developer has written the implementation of the click operation. Okay, so that's the reason why you have two things. Certain forms require to be submitted, they need not to be clicked. So the differentiation is on that. You can. That's why I said it depends on how you are. Whatever we did today, try to do instead of click operation, try to do with submit operation. Any other questions, friends? Okay. Think if you guys have don't have any other question, probably we can wind up the session.
Um,
Yes,
Suren,
Roshni.
in the XML file, you asked me to yeah, save it as XML, and then in the what the class name,
And
what is it? Inside it,
you have to go with the
you have to
go
change
with the
the examples com.text in.
yes, you're right. com.example.test and then give the test test class.
Okay, so you have to say in front of that you have to edit and say the test ng dot. You have to give the Java extension, or it's just the class name is fine.
Only the class name. Only the class name.
Okay. And on my computer somehow the do I need to have the com dot examples? Um,
It could be different, the package which you have specified, it will be the same package, okay?
okay, so I just have to, if my package is just examples, so I just have to write examples. I don't have to write
Correct.
com dot examples dot test.
Yes, right.
So I can just write examples dot sample ng test.
Yes.
Because that extension was giving me problems. And then all I have to do is and then I have to save it, right?
You have to save it, and then you can go and run it using run as test ng suite.
Okay. And yes, in an email you had told me that the Chrome make sure that the Chrome driver is in the current location as below. What did you mean by current location?
Current location is like it should be like this. You can see my Chrome driver, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it has to be inside the same project.
Inside the same project. It is on my
Yes.
Chrome driver is under the target file. Why is it? So it's correct?
If it's inside target, then you have to specify that it's inside target in this particular location. This location, right? You have to change the location.
Yes.
This is the
Yes, that I changed that location.
you have changed that, right? Then it should not
Yes.
be a problem. You can go ahead.
Okay. And the other thing was the question about when I ran it as a in a JUnit test, the same test. It, as I said, it ran, but it just kind of it didn't. What should rather my question should be what is the output I should be expecting?
Okay, see, it should you can get the output from here, okay, in the JUnit tab, okay, what exactly the failure is.
Okay.
So when I say right click run as JUnit, okay,
Correct.
so there are two testing frameworks which we saw, okay, one is with JUnit, one is with testng, okay. So if you are trying to run a testng through JUnit, it won't work.
If sorry, what? Sorry.
If we are trying to run a JUnit over testng, which is like, so this is a testng test case class, okay. So
No,
we say right.
the previous, yes, the previous Selenium test.
Okay, here in this case, you have to say run as JUnit.
Yes.
So you run it, you see the you see the Chrome opening up, performing the actions. Okay, and you would get see. You can see this statement should be executed before test. Okay, so this is the first step 1, step 2, step 3. So that is the sequence in which it runs. Okay, and then you get the
okay, where you wrote, okay, where you wrote it, the statements where you wrote it. Okay,
correct.
before test and after test. Okay.
Correct. If you're finding it difficult, right, you must be, what I will do is today I will check in these this Maven project again inside the Selenium project. Okay.
Okay.
So that you will get all these things already there. So you can basically go and you can basically go and run it.
I think I'm almost there. It's just let me just try one more time because it ran.
Just give it a shot.
Okay,
It
it always shows me what the first error that in the snapshot I showed you. Errors exist in required project examples. Proceed with launch. I said proceed. But then,
Can you come again?
then the first
Don't right click from here. You have to go with that particular class and then right click.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah, yeah.
don't click on the package and run it. Click on the class and run.
That's correct. On the class and run. Yes, I did that.
Yeah. Ensure that like this test, right? This test should be with JUnit test. It should not be test ng test.
Okay.
Yeah, that is all.
Again, as I said, it ran, but it just opened up the outline of the Chrome. It didn't show me the page.
Then your test is a problem. If it's opening up, it's not loading, then your test is a problem. At the rate test, check, verify that whether it's in test ng or it's inside JUnit, that kind of stuff.
Okay, this @ test is. What should I check?
Yeah, just check whether you the @ test. Just go and hover it, mouse over it. Then you have to get org.junit.test. It should not be testing.
It says JUnit. It shows me exactly what it shows yours.
The same.
Yes.
Can you just send me the screenshot in the Slack?
Okay.
The error you're getting.
Sure.
As we run into here. Hello.
Yes, you are
I have a question. Into here. It's very simple.
before your voice is
Hello. Hello. Now it's okay. Hello.
better. It's not completely fine, but it's better. There's not a bad performance.
Okay. Okay. Just a moment. Now.
Yeah, better. Go ahead.
Okay. So in IntelliJ, there is an option to add a listener. So instead of defining those listener in test.xml file, can I directly? I shared a screenshot on the Slack.
I'll just check it out.
Basically, I was both are the same. Implementing listener in XML file or control file.
Yeah. That's what I said. IntelliJ has a different way of doing things. Like it has a lot of additional features than Eclipse has. So but Eclipse is something which is being used widely. That's the reason I'm just going with Eclipse. That's what I said. You have to go and you can do this way as well. Nothing wrong in it.
Okay. And one more. Yesterday you told me that I have to do some. I have to need to do some setting for the test ng. I'm not able to
Yeah.
find that setting.
Just go to your file menu. I'll show it to you.
Okay. Because
Hey, Suren. Suren,
Yes, Anthony. Yes.
how long is it going to?
Yes.
I mean, we are
I
very,
think
yeah.
we are done, Anthony. I think I'll just showing Deepak the settings, and then I think we'll ask Roshan if she says anything, and we can wind it up. I've stopped the recording, by the way. I did inform you.
Yeah, that's right. But the reason I asked is we have the slot only till 10:30. That's why if you want to extend it, I'll have to extend. That's why.
No. That's not required. I think another 5 minutes we should be able to wind up.
All right. Okay.
Hey Deepak, you can find it from here. Okay, you can go to this file menu and you have the settings.
Okay. Okay.
Then you go to tools.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not added the test-ng plugin here, so if you can add it actually, and then you will get the control. Just a sec. Yeah, it's there. It's there. So I think Deepak, I think I'll get back. I think you just need to check that. Like I'm not so sure. This is how I do it. Against import settings. Deepak, what exactly you wanted? What do you want to basically do it? Deepak, what is the exact configuration you wanted?
I'm doing the exact configuration right now. The screen you visiting. I'm already
Sorry?
doing these settings. I'm already doing these settings.
Okay.
So,
Then what's the
so
problem you're
from
getting?
here, I'm not getting a problem. Yesterday you told me that you have to set some test engine setting. That's why I am
That's what
asking.
okay, no, I was just talking about, going into installing that plugin, the testng plugin. You have to just enable it.
Okay, I will do that.
This one, testng integration.
Okay, I will do that. If any
You have not done
consultant
this?
will ask.
You have
No, I
not
have
done
not
this?
done this. No, I have not done this.
I think this is how, basically it's coming from IntelliJ itself.
Okay, I will do that. So
Okay.
if there is any problem, then I will ask you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Thanks.
Hey, Roshan, this looks good,
It looks okay.
but you have an error in the testng. You have to resolve that.
Um, yeah, that is where I'm stuck actually. Uh,
Just do one thing, right click and say run as JUnit. It'll tell you that the project has errors. Just say okay to proceed on.
okay, just a
And
second. Here
have this,
also,
yeah, have the testng.xml outside the target folder, okay?
so have the test ng. Oh, so you want me to have that outside the target folder?
Correct.
It's like um, outside as in should I click on the examples and then say new file?
Yeah.
Okay. Or can I just move this to
You can move it. That'll be fine.
examples?
Just Control X, click on examples and Control V. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So it's pretty much.
Yeah. Resolve the testng issues, and you should be able to run it.
Okay.
Okay.
It says cannot paste the items.
Cannot.
It says cannot paste the items to the clipboard or something.
Or that should not be a. I think that should not stop. Do one thing. Um,
I-
Try to do it. No, I think you can create a new XML file itself. No issues with that.
No, it's okay.
Create a new XML
I'll
file.
I'll try again maybe.
Okay.
It's, because I did a lot of
Okay. But
editing.
that should not stop you to basically run the JUnit. So you can run the JUnit.
Okay, I can run the JUnit on POM XML.
No. Just right click on that sample cell
Sample.
name.
Okay.
Yes. Sample cell test dot Java and then run it.
Okay. It's just it's the same. It opens. It doesn't show me. It doesn't stay there. It doesn't. Um, does it have to open each time? Does it open a new window or it does?
I'll tell you why. The problem is there is nothing in your test.
Nothing in my text.
Yes. Look at this. The one which I'm pointing out. There is no code written
Okay.
there.
Oh. Okay.
Right? You have to have something like this, right? You're getting it?
Ah, where did that come from?
This one is not at all here. That's the reason why it did not work for you.
Oh, so okay. So where did that go then? Hmm, I'm getting. So it's okay, that you have already all the values and everything. So you took, okay, the sample too.
Yes, you just go to the
Yeah.
Selenium IDE, get the sample,
I
get
think,
these data.
ah,
Yeah,
okay,
then
okay.
you should be
Just all
okay.
get this data out and okay. All right. Okay.
So you're good.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Roshan. Okay. I think
Bye.
Anthony, we are done. So I'll just close it. I'll leave the meeting, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, you there?
I don't think so.
Okay. Fine, Roshan. Thank you.
Okay,
Have a good
thank you.
day. See you, Deepak. Thanks again. Bye, guys.